Hello, Frisky Fighters. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to be covering some exciting news from the mobile area of Apex Legends, and that is that we finally, the community has got what is wanted from these past years, is that we have a release date for the open beta or the soft launch beta, however you want to label it. Now, the beta has officially been said to be coming out next week. So we always knew it was going to be before the end of the month, but a lot of people thought it was going to be coming earlier or in the middle of the month, which if you would have known that wasn't going to happen, they was going to push it back as far as they can to have the most time to have everything in date. They started pushing out daily updates. This past week, we've gotten updates every day, if you went and looked at the Google Play Store. Now it is known they got everything ready for the update next week, where we're going to be having a launch for everyone so we can all play. Now, there was slight confusion thinking that it was only going to be available for 3 days, but that is cleared up. We now know that it's going to be going on for a while. Now, if you want to go and look at this here with me, we can take a look and see what's going on. Now, if you will read here with me, it will tell you that it's going to be for a while because it'll be going throughout a basically season. It says, we know that you've been waiting for the update on Apex Legends Mobile ever since we conducted our closed beta test last year. We're excited to announce that Apex Legends Mobile will enter the next major development milestone, a limited regional launch starting next week and expected to run throughout the spring. Those are the key words, throughout the spring. The next phase of Apex Legends Mobile will go into limited release in 10 countries so we can continue our work in the game systems, features, and much prior to launch. Now, with what that's being said is basically it's doing what we all know beta launches do for mobile games. It's going to launch in a few selected territories. Luckily, it's 10 and not just like 3. And this is going to give it time to basically collect data to know what they can change, what they should change, and how things are going. Now, with this beta, there are a few questions that they have answered in the fact, and we will look at those. So hopefully this will answer those questions for you. One of the major things that people were asking about is what countries these will be in. Where will we have to VPN to, basically, because a lot of people will be using VPNs, and this is for sure. So we will be looking at Australia, New Zealand, Singapore, Malaysia, the Philippines, Indonesia, Mexico, Peru, Argentina, and Colombia. Now, that means those are going to be, if you're living in those areas, you don't have to VPN at all. But if you stay in places like where I do in North America, or if you stay in Canada, you stay in other SCA regions, you stay anywhere else out of those areas, you'll have to use a VPN. Now, I'm assuming if you do those VPNs, they will connect you to the nearest actual place. So I will probably be connecting to Mexico because that is closer to me. But some of you might have to connect to like Argentina or Peru, but I will highly suggest to reduce the lag and the ping to connect to the closest area that's to your where you live at, so that you can reduce the ping as much as possible. Now, another big thing is who are we going to be able to play, because there are tons of legends now, and everybody was wondering who can we play. Well, they actually answered that for us as well. So you're definitely going to be able to play with Gibby, Bloodhound, Lifeline, Wraith, Bangalore, Octane, Mirage, Pathfinder, and Caustic. Now, all your newer legends like that just recently came out, they won't be available, which I'm sure is because of they need to fine-tune them for the mobile setting, because some of their different abilities and things like that will be just outrageous. And there's also one thing that they have not touched on that I should say, and that is the controversy about TPP and the FPP communities. Now, a lot of people has been up in arms about it. I'll leave my personal feelings aside, but it looks like they haven't addressed the TPP or FPP issues. So from what we saw in the past beta will still be going on, which will be meaning there'll be a TPP ranked and there'll be a FPP ranked, and also with TPP and FPP casuals. So hopefully that will just cover and have everyone happy that they can play what they want and enjoy what they want. No need to yuck anyone else's yum. Let everyone have fun and enjoy the game. Now, another big thing that some people might be wondering is what devices and things like that will be needed? Well, we can take a look here and see that the Vivo, the Oppo, the Hawaii, your Motorola, your Samsung, your Lenovo, and your Xiaomi, I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong, but that is going to be what it's used for. Those are going to be the devices that are going to be optimized. The Apex Legends Mobile is currently still in development and being optimized to run on a variety of devices. Notably, devices not supported during the limited region test are iOS devices with less than 2 gigabytes of RAM and Android devices with less than 3 gigabytes of RAM. We will all support the Android devices with 2 gigabytes RAM from the following brands. Those are the ones I just listed. Now, if you are on iOS, don't fret, you will be able to play during this beta. The past 3 to 4 betas they had, iOS wasn't able to participate, but iOS will be able to participate in this beta. So hey, if you have a phone that is actually, we'll look at it down here at the minimum requirements. You got your phone for Androids, your 8.1, your GL 3.0 or higher, 3 gigabytes free space, at least 3 gigabytes of RAM, and the screen size in L and XL. And for your iOS, your iPhone 6s or later, OS versions want to be a 10.0 or later. The CPU got to be running on that A9 and the 3 gigabytes free space and 2 gigabytes of free RAM. In total, you're going to be looking about, I want to honestly say about 5. These are the limited minimum requirements. This is going to be so you can run on the lowest specs. Now, if you're going to be running on the higher resources and things of that nature, you are honestly going to want to have it on something a little bit better, you know, a little bit higher, which is okay to do, to run on something that's better, stronger, and running on those high graphics rates so that we all can enjoy seeing it in this lovely glory, because that's what I actually do. I run everything usually on the highest specs, but that's because I have a flagship phone, luckily. But don't fret, everyone will be able to enjoy this game to the fullest. Now, with those things being covered, there's a few more questions that they have put down, and I will leave the link below so you can take a look at these facts. But I just wanted to clarify some things and tell you so you can hear it in layman terms, what's going on and how it's going on. So basically, to cover everything that we've stated in this video, iOS is going to be able to play this beta. The beta is going to be longer than 3 days. It's going to be actually for throughout the whole spring. You're going to have a huge selection of actual champions or Apex Legends players to play with, and then also you're going to be able to buy stuff out of the store as well. They state that they don't want you offloading it from an APK and things of that nature, so make sure you guys don't do that, because it might cause issues with purchasing and all that other stuff, and then you might not be able to get like the thing that you bought because you offloaded it from a different site, or you use the ABK and you try to buy something and now the purchases aren't on your account, but you offloaded it so you won't get reimbursed. So hey, just go by the official things. Let's do this the right way, the correct way, and give them proper feedback for the game and not for our personal feelings. And let's just be happy. Soon, mobiles is finally now back to being Apex Legends Mobile. We have our date, we have everything we need. But that is your local update about this. Let me know down below if you're excited for this and what all are you wanting out of this beta. Thank you guys for watching, and remember to always stay frisky, and that I love you.
They act like you fuck with them. They don't know I be gunning. Pow pow, got them running. I feel like they just racing over to come over to party with me. Shots on shots way over there.